Okay, it's another day, and it's about reassuring the weld and getting it done. My boy Daniel sent one of his guys down. His name is Jose. He's giving me some lessons, and he's reassuring my welds. And he doesn't speak good English the best, but we're communicating well enough to make it happen. So at the very moment, we're making it happen, and I'm thrilled, and it's looking great so far. So while Mr. Jose is doing that, I'm going to be taking care of something on Daniel's truck form. One of his workers did some damage, not major damage, to the driver's side doors, the passenger door. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I had a hard time seeing it. It's not too bad. It's in this general area. I will turn on the lights and get to it, clean it up, and remove that dent form. It doesn't look serious. I can most likely remove the door panel and get behind it that way. So I'm going to give it a whirl while Mr. Jose is doing his thing. So at the moment, till I can get it all rocking and rolling, I'm going to put you on pause. Okay, I'm back. And I didn't really see a dent. Ooh. That didn't turn out too good. I didn't see a dent in the door here. Let me back this up so you got a better view of it all. Yeah, this spot right here. I thought there was a dent here, but I cleaned it and there's no dent. So there's a crease right there, and was a crease here, and I did start to bend this out, and at the same time, even though I'm straightening out the edge of the door, it's also flexing on the inside, or not the inside, this area right here. So I'm going to continue to put this edge correct, and I started to take the door panel off. There's a bolt behind the covers. There's two over here by the door handle, and I know there's clips inside the door. So I was trying to figure out if this is the type of clip that you lift up on to get this to separate, because I know you do have to, this does slide down into to lock the top off. So most likely I'll have to pop the plastic fittings off carefully, and then once they're released, then lift the door panel up. But in the meantime, I want to straighten this edge out more. It needs a little bit more. It's probably hard to see, but I'm using a snap-on mallet kind of thing. It's got something in it. It's one of those type. And taking that and then using a block of wood to kind of re-secure the hit, so to speak. He's going to have the truck wrapped, so he's not worried about scratches or anything that was already here. But, you know, I'm not trying to make it look like some butcher chewed on it. So I'm going to get a body hammer and get that little dent out, because the dents and stuff you will see when it's wrapped. And depending on how deep the scratches are, it'll show up as well. But he doesn't have any deep scratches. He does have paint missing from here, and just little stuff on the outside cab corner, just a little bit. And then there's some scuff marks up here that I'll take off for him. It is dented a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to get behind it and push him out a little, but there is a little bit of the same thing, I think, going on right here. There is some little dent going on right here, small ones, almost like a door hit it. I don't think he's concerned about that, but I'll even remove the white paint that got on his door there. Let me get a little closer to that. on his mirror, I should say, not his door. Yeah, there's, looks like something scraped this, like the side of a building or whatever, then which most likely pushed the mirror forward. The fisheye one on the inside is cracked, but I'll clean up a lot of this stuff for him. I didn't see anything on the passenger side, so that is the plan. I'm going to continue to remove that dent, and then when I take the door panel off, I'll see if I can get up in there. I think I should be able to, based on the curvature right here. I think there'll be a way I can sneak in there even with a flat plastic trim, something that won't like gouge and make it look even worse or something. But that's what I'm going to try to do. So I'm going to get a little body hammer and get that little dent out. This type of body hammer, as you can probably see, has got a curve to it, so that you're not actually hitting on the full face of it, and that's what I wanted to use. And this one's it's straight out, and this one has a little bit of a curve to it with the same concept going down the side. So depending on how you have to get into it is the reason why that's bent like that. And then this punishing type hammer has one flat kind of pointed thing, and then this is pretty smooth and seems to be flat, and that's what I'm using for the backside. I don't want anything too big because the other tool that I would have is a lot bigger than this, and I'm not looking to mark up the whole side of the door. So that's why I'm using the hammer on the other side. Alright, it's almost out. Now I'm going to take kind of the pointed end. It is flat, which is good. And the other little part that's left, I'll be able to hopefully pinpoint it and get the rest of that little dent out. Alright, the majority of that is out. I'm sure you'll be happy with that. He's not looking for perfection. He said he didn't even care if the paint got ruined, but I'm not doing that. No way. So the next attempt is to see if I can actually get the door panel to come off without breaking anything as far as the plastic fittings. But I think before I do that, I'm going to take you out front there and show you the ongoing process of the beautiful welding that Mr. Jose is doing for me. Yeah, let's go outside. You can see he's welding away. Jose, wave hello. And he's doing an awesome job. He's just reassuring things that were done. I mentioned it many times before. Safety, 120%, 220% safety. Big deal. Big deal. So now to go back to the truck. Back to the door. I don't think it's the type that would slide up from the whole thing, so I'm going to get behind this and hopefully safely, without breaking anything, remove it. Alright, So I don't scratch anything, I need the stronger prying tool. I'm going to put some masking tape on the back side of this so I don't scratch anything up. Okay, so we got me some tape on there. So I can apply some pressure. I know this is going to take some time, so once I have the door panel off, I'll get back with you. So hang tight. Okay, well, the door panel's off, or off enough for me. I don't need to be disconnecting any more of it. It's fine the way it is. And I'm hoping that I could sneak in there through, hopefully you can see it, through this opening right here. And then there's another one below there, but my hands are kind of big to go into that spot. So I'm going to have to go to the lower opening. Of this. I can't really see it, that's why I didn't unplug it. Or see, it's got a nice long reach, so I'm hoping that I can direct it where it needs to go. You can almost feel it. Yep, you can feel it. Okay. It's working a little bit. I don't think I'll be able to get it all out. If all the stuff wasn't in here, I'd probably have a better opportunity to manipulate the metal. I'm going to push that. Yep, put this back there like that. Push the stuff back onto the tar. It seems like it's a bead of tar that holds on the foam. Yep. All my plastic pieces are intact. Usually the older this stuff gets kind of brittle, especially down here in Florida sitting out in the sun. And it being a black truck, I can't imagine how hot it gets in there. I don't know if it sits outside or not all the time, but it's still, surprisingly, it's holding up. Cool. Over the years. No, sir. Alright, that's that. That's that. That clipped right in there really nice. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to get all this fitted, snapped in place. Get the bolts back in place, the one up here, the two over here. Put the little latch thing back in there, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, the door panel is back on. All the bolts are back in. The three of them, the covers are back on there. The little latch is in its place. And now I'm going to take the same dent that was over there, but it's not as severe, and it's right here. So I'm going to tap that one out a little bit. Doesn't need much, just a little. Just a little. I want to make sure I'm in view. Yep, that's better. See, that wasn't going to take that much. Alright, so I'm going to remove these scars right here next and see what it's going to take to remove these scars for him. Alright, let me get some rubbing compound and go from there. This product, made by 3M, is pretty good. It is the heaviest stuff I've gotten to use. And once again, I am not being sponsored by 3M. But anyway, this is the stuff I've been using when it comes to cut and buff the paint work. This stuff, this is their heavier stuff. They sell a yellow bottle. This is a black bottle. And this is a Super Duty rubbing compound. This will cut quick when you're using a buffer. But right now I'm not using a buffer. I'm doing this by hand, just so I can just get rid of those marks. Alrighty. I think that's a gouge. Yeah. And that's a little bit of paint missing right there. Oh, but that looks pretty good. I'm going to get some other material and clean that up a little bit more so you don't see the rub marks. I'm not really sure what it's going to take to get rid of this. I don't know if he's actually having them actually covered or wrapped. I'm going to go over here a little bit and those are in the clear. Yep. Yeah, that's past the clear and down to the primer. Yep. I don't know if really don't know. I don't know if I've ever tried to remove kind of a scarred paint off of plastic that's like this. Let me see what this stuff will do, if anything. Won't hurt to try. Normally, you definitely don't wax this stuff, not with like a car wax, because it'll leave it white once the sun hits it and it dries. But I'm just trying this out because I can always scrub the wax out of here with the scrubbing brush. There's something coming off of it. But first, I'm going to take some of this lighter stuff that will help polish out the rubbing marks that I made on removing the paint or the scars that were on there. See? That's so much better. Truck. She's underneath there. Yep. It's hard to see her. She's underneath the running board. She's working her way forward. She's sniffing. She's checking out and see if there's any other cat scent. Yep. It's a crazy kitty for you. Here she goes. Right, Puss in Boots? I'm gonna try some lacquer thinner. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a try first. See if it'll come off. Nice white, clean paper towel like. Definitely takes out the dirty wax. I got some black removing out of that. Just dirt. Ooh, yes. It's taking it off. I guess the real deep stuff might be gouged. I don't want to get too carried away. I'm going to take that light stainless steel brush to this, and then I'm going to apply some other stuff to bring back this look. It's going to take a few times of going over this. My guy out there is still doing his thing, and I'm going to pause you for the moment, and I'll be back. Okay, well, we're done with the back, verifying and welding up, making sure the cradle is tight, and it is. It's awesome. Now we moved up to the front, where I've mentioned that, you know, I want to leave it to the professional, the master welder. And there he is, doing the part for me. I did this section over here to see if I learned anything. He said I did good. So now he's doing that. Yep, a couple more spots up here, and we'll be good to go. And actually, we took the amperage from 125 on what we did back there, and what we did over here. And to do those underneath there, we moved it up to 130. That's a little lesson learned right there. So I'm pretty sure all will be well. I am thrilled that Jose has come here to help. And that will pretty much end this video. And I appreciate you all watching. And if you could tell anybody to subscribe, to like, make a comment, that would be great. If there's anything that I can do to improve, please let me know. Make it in the comment. Even if it's negative, bad negative, I don't care. I'll read it. Take it as corrective criticism. And until then, try to get something done. And I appreciate you all watching.